Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be setting up our budget for the month of September. Now I have already done the preliminary work using the Every Dollar app, but I don't really reference that a whole lot. I like to see things laid out on paper, and because I'm a paper and pen girl, so therefore we are going to be actually setting up our budget planner for the month of September. And so our home building process has begun. So they have begun building our house, and in September we have some birthdays, and we have a couple of trips. One, my husband is going on, because it's our birthday trip, to Louisiana. By Louisiana I meant Louisiana, the festival. We're going to New Orleans, Louisiana, but we're going to the Louisiana festival. And then I have to go away to Richmond, Virginia for a retreat, so that I'm helping to put together. So not like me just going to like a random retreat, if you will, but like one that I have helped to put together. So I have a speaking engagement there. So I am going to be doing that in September, and that's pretty much it. September it's not a whole lot going on. We're still going to be saving. In September we actually will top off our savings for our house, and then we'll be done with saving for our house. So we can't wait for that. And that's pretty much it for September. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. Okay, so this is my budget planner, and this is going to be for 2019 and 2020, because it will go into 2020 because it runs from July to next June. And this is from the Erin Condren website. You can get $10 off of your first Erin Condren purchase if you use my referral link down in the description box. And these covers are fully customizable. You can take them off. First of all, you can customize them, and then you can take them off and add new ones, you know, just if you're feeling frisky. And then you can also change the colors of your coils and so on and so forth. I don't think I've ever had to say this, but today I feel like saying this video is totally not sponsored, but that's the whole thing. So if you do want to get your hands on this, be sure to use the referral link in the description box. So we're actually going to move right to September, and we are going to dive into what we have going on here. So for the most part, what we have going on is well, first of all, let's start with like the stuff, the events and so on and so forth. We are going to New Orleans from the 6th through the 9th, and this is going to be our birthday trip, because our birthdays are smack dab in the middle. No, I lied. This New Orleans trip is smack dab in the middle of both of our birthdays, and they are in September. So we are going to Louisiana, and we're going to Louisiana. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to New Orleans, time out. We're going to New Orleans, Louisiana, but we're also going to the Louisiana Festival, and that's hashtag LILWEEZYANNA. Of course, Lil Wayne is the headliner, because Lil Wayne is Louisiana. So that's going to be a situation. My coworkers are tagging along, which is making the trip like we're cutting it basically about a third or maybe about a half. So that's helpful. So we'll leave on the 6th, come back on the 9th. The festival is on the 7th. My husband's birthday is that first week. Mine is the second week. We're not planning to do anything like really extravagant due to the fact that we are taking that trip and going to that festival with those expensive VIP tickets for like our birthday. Like that's our idea of celebrating. Of course, my husband did get Madden and NBA 2K20 for his birthday, which was about $140 or so, and then I got a new bag for my birthday. That's pretty much what's going on those couple of weekends. Nothing going on this weekend. And then this weekend I am going to a retreat. I have been helping to plan a retreat in Richmond, Virginia. That is going to be from the 26th through the 29th. And I am going to go up a day early so that I can make sure everything is everything. Because I have lightweight anxiety when it comes to hotel. I like to, if I can help it, make sure that everything is going and set up and doing what it's supposed to be doing. And you know, like, if I can help it, if I can't help something, if something goes wrong and I had no control over it, I don't beat myself up about it. But if all it takes is me going the day early to meet with all the people that I need to meet with and to make sure that everything is everything, then that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be gone from work all of those days. So I'm going to be gone from work a pretty good bit, but I should be able to get all of my work done. If not, they'll have to just charge it to the game because I'm using my PTO days. and I'm not just chilling. So that's kind of what we have going on. We will have 5 paydays from Etsy because there are 5 Mondays in the month of September, and I actually like have myself paid on a weekly basis, and that's every Monday. And so I'm not going to change the amount that I'm expecting to bring in from Etsy just because I have a 5th payday, but just kind of throwing that out there, because it's not like I'm expecting exactly $500 each week. It's not. Some weeks are like 100, some weeks are 500, but some weeks are 200, 100. You know, it just kind of varies. So I'm just going to go with the amount that I typically go with, regardless of how many Mondays are in the month. And then 2 paydays from my full-time job, technically 3. 2 from my husband's full-time job, and then 1 from YouTube. And the reason why I mark the full-time job income, the Etsy income, and the YouTube income is because it has proven to be pretty consistent. Not only does it come on a consistent basis, but it is a consistent amount pretty much. I do not mark any other income sources because they are very variable and inconsistent. I don't know when I'll have a speaking engagement. Sometimes I don't know if I'm going to do coaching. I do small business coaching, YouTube coaching, budget coaching, so on and so forth. I don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know if any other money is going to come in, if we're going to sell anything or anything like that. So therefore, that is why we like to just budget using the money that we know is going to come in. Now, moving on to our expenses. The first one that we have here is cable/internet, and that is the same amount each month, although after we move in the house, I've been told that we will have to switch providers. So we will no longer have Comcast/Xfinity, but rather AT&T. And I'm thinking this might go up, which is going to kill me because I don't like paying more. However, the most that I'm willing to pay for cable and internet is $125. So I'm going to try to see if we can get some kind of package that keeps us around there even after it expires. That's another thing that I will feel like I should mention. You know, oftentimes I feel like oftentimes the trial ends or like the promotion ends, and then we sometimes have to pay an excess amount, but I want that excess amount to cap at $125 is what I'm trying to get at. Like, so after the promotion ends, I still want like the maximum to be $125. So I'm going to try to work that out, but as of right now, $110.72 is what we're going to pay for September because I already have the bill for that. Rent/water, same old, same old. The actual amount is $620, but we're supposed to be paying for pest control because we had a pest control bill that they did not cover, so they told us to split it up over 3 months. However, I have asked about this multiple times. They still have not billed us, but I'm just preparing for it. So I don't know if they're going to do it, and so I don't know, but I'm going to prepare for it anyway. On the 9th, my husband's credit card, I was like, what is that? My husband's credit card bill is due, and it has gone from being due on the 25th of the month to the September the 9th. Like, it went from being due on August 25th to September the 9th. I'm not sure why. We normally pay off the credit card at the end of the month anyway because we don't really put that much stuff on there. Most of our expenses go on our debt. 99% of our expenses go on our debit card, so I'm not sure if we'll have an amount, but I do know that my husband's annual credit card fee is due in September. So I'm just gonna notate that somewhere. I'm gonna put it here because I don't know when it's due. I do know how much it is though. Pretty sure it's $25, but I'll double check that. Okay, moving on to the next bill, which is going to be electricity. I have checked the Georgia Power app, and it says that our bill, I don't know why. Well, it says that it's expected to be like $150 to $210. However, right now, as of today, which is the 24th of the month, we've only used $100 of electricity. So I'm not really sure how they're thinking in a week is going to, I don't know. So what I like to do is budget for the maximum amount that they are estimating. And I'll share with you like how I'm going to fit that into our budget. But I just wait until I get the actual bill, which comes in September, to put the actual amount here. So my gym fees are due on the 19th. They are $19.99. My husband's are $19.99. We have canceled his, so it will not renew after December. And that's honestly because it's been a year. He signed up last December, and he's been probably like 2 times max. Maybe maybe less than that. Like, I don't want to say at all. So maybe 2 times. So we just went ahead and that will end in December, because he's never going to go. And once we move into this house, which they're expected to finish it in December, he's never going to go to the gym because it's so far away. So we're just going to go ahead and end it. So my student loan bill is going to be due on the 21st, and my husband's is too. I did that strategically because I like bills to be due around the same time. I don't know. It's a thing for me. So that being said, my student loan payment, of course, is $221.78, and that'll be the amount for like the next 10 months before I have to renew or recertify. And my husband's is $73.42, and that's basically because we're so caught up on his payments that he just doesn't have to pay that much, which, you know, we're still looking to pay off those. So we'll have to see how that goes. Next up, our life insurances are bundled together, like as far as the payment goes, and they're $42.19. And then my P.O. box renewal is going to take place, and that is going to be, so I'm gonna put that as a note. That needs to be a whole note. P.O. box renewal. I'm off the line. I'm off the grid. That kind of depends on which box I want. If I want to keep the same box that I have, it'll be like $40. If I want to go to like a little bigger, it'll be like $60. So I don't really know what kind of box I want. I'm feeling like I'm okay with the box that I have now. I feel like it's not drama having that box, because I have a smaller box. So if you get a large package, they'll put it in one of their bigger boxes, and then they'll lock it up, and then they'll put the key in your small box so you can take your key and unlock the big box to get your big package. So that's what they do. So it's really not like, really no need. I don't think there's a need to get a bigger box. I'm just trying to kind of see if I like the box that I have. I don't know. Not sure. We'll have to see. So I'm not going to fill that in. So, but just know it'll be like $40 to $80. Okay, moving on to the actual budget here. And actually, let me see here. Yeah, I don't have any like real goals for September outside of finishing that financial literacy course. Well, not only do I need to finish it, but I have to take the test by the end of September, because if not, I'll have to pay a fee. So that's a whole thing. Okay, so moving on to income. So we're going to put my income here. And honestly, there's really no need to put my husband's, truth be told, but I'm going to put it anyway. I mean, there's no need to put a line here for him, but I'm going to do it anyway. So for my income, we are budgeting for the same amount per usual, which is $7,200, and that is from the sum of all income sources. And you know what, you guys? Sometimes I look at that, like, because I'm kind of like in autopilot mode. That's how I live my life. I don't really stop and be like, I'm learning to better practice gratitude. I've always practiced gratitude, but it's always like not for accomplishments of mine, but rather like people in my life and like my life. Like when I was little, I was like literally a prayer warrior. I prayed like 52 million times a day, and all of my prayers surrounded praying for like my health, my safe travels, and the same thing for my friends and family members. So like even when I practice gratitude now, it's really not like I'm so grateful that I'm in a place where I can build a house or whatever. It's really just, I'm grateful for my life and my friends and my family members and having a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more so the plain and clear stuff rather than like the nitty gritty. So I say all of that to say, I just wrote that number down, and it was a large number, but a number that I've been writing down for months. So it kind of like, I feel like I'm in like an autopilot mode. And so I don't know, for that very reason, I feel like I need to get off of here and maybe go practice some gratitude and just kind of live in the moment. I'm trying to work on that because I don't really do that at all. Living in the moment is not a thing. Like, I mean, like, I normally don't stop and like stare. I'm on autopilot mode at all times. So anyway, we're going to budget the same amount that we normally budget for. And then my husband's income, we actually do not budget using his income because it goes all to the house savings, and some of my income goes there too, and it goes to other stuff that we need as well. And by the way, also all of these stickers I created and I sell in my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. And so if you're wondering where these stickers came from. Not sure if anybody is wondering, but if you are, all of the stickers that you've seen, outside of a few of them, I make those too. I make trackers in my shop. Outside of like some of these stickers and washi tape, I did not make, but the other stickers I did make. And if you don't know what October stickers, the color scheme is, this is going to be October's. So those are in my shop as well. But moving back to bills / expenses, so we're going to start with rent / water. And it's crazy to think that I'm only going to be doing this budget for a couple more months. And then top of the year, I'm going to be doing a completely different budget with the mortgage and security and water and like, you know, actual house bills, I guess you could say. So for rent / water, we're going to budget the $837 like I mentioned before. And I'm starting with our housing category. Water and trash. Trash is included in the bill / expenses. So that's why you don't see that, because we live in an apartment in Georgia. And we do live in a low cost of living area. So the actual rent / water is $620, but we're supposed to pay an additional amount for pest control. So that's why we have the $837 there. Moving on to moving on to cable / internet. I don't know if you guys hear that beeping in the back, but somebody told me I need to change out something or have maintenance to change out something. So I'll do that. But hopefully you haven't been hearing it. Hopefully it's not super annoying. We do have high-speed internet and cable and a sports package for my husband. And so through Comcast and Xfinity, we pay $110.72 monthly. Again, we are going to budget with that highest amount that Georgia Power is estimating. So we're going to budget $200 for electricity. And then for our phone bill. So we do have AT&T prepaid cell phones, and we pay $86.50 each month for both of our cell phones. And then moving on to the next category, and that is going to be my allowance, and that's going to be $100 as per usual. And then my husband's is as well. And then we have beauty. And I don't know if I need to get my hair done, you guys. This style may last me up until the end of September. I'm not sure. But if I do, then I would have to change that because it's going to be way more than that. So this is for nails, feet, haircuts, and that kind of thing. Then we have donations / gifts, which this was once really high, but I have taken it down because we went ahead and bought our birthday gifts early. So it was about $400 and something. Maybe it was about $400 originally, but since we bought our birthday gifts early, I have taken that down to $200, and that will accommodate going out to eat for our birthdays if that's what we choose to do. I don't know. You guys know, like, I'm legit doing this Jenny Craig situation, and I don't know if I'm going to go out to eat for my birthday. We'll have to see. Quite possibly. Toiletries, those are for household goods, of course. And then Miscellaneous, which I think I just spelled right, maybe not, is going to be $100. And I will tell you that we do have to. So next weekend we are supposed to be buying my husband's grandma's car. Shout out to those grandmas who have cars that they can't drive. And because you know how it is with grandparents. They have cars, but they kind of just sit there because they're not permitted to drive, some of them. So we're supposed to be buying that. Is that going to be in September, you guys? I think that's going to be in September. That would probably be August the 31st. So that would come out of our savings account, and we do have to do some things for it. Actually, we're supposed to get the car for free is what I've been told, but we have to like put a new battery in and get new tires, and then we can have the car. Like once we like get it kind of up to par is what I've been told. I don't know. We just need to go look at the car. That's what I'm like. I don't care. Just I'll come there when I look at it next weekend. We'll see what we got to do. But I say all of that to say, in September in Georgia, so in Georgia, you have to renew your tags on your car your birthday month, and it's $20 to get a new sticker, and all you have to do is show your registration and maybe your car insurance and license. But you can do that at little kiosks. So they have kiosks in the little place where you go, like I guess it's like the Division of Driver Services, I think is what it's called. And then DDS, Division of Driver Service, I think that's a thing. Or they have like little kiosks in Kroger and stuff like that. So all of that to say, that's going to be about $40, and I'm just going to budget for that. Like, I'm going to include it in the miscellaneous because it kind of is a miscellaneous expense in a way. And the next is travel. And we're going to budget $700 for New Orleans. And that should pretty much do the trick. Yep. That should do the trick. We'll have to see. I'll let y'all know. The next one is business. So business expenses are technically separate from our monthly budget. But just to kind of show you guys like how we end up spending the money, I like to document it here. It's very important to me that I share that with you guys. And the next one is going to be my gym. I feel like I'm flying through this. I could totally not be. No, I'm not, because I'm about to run out of time on my camera, and I was trying to beat it, but it's not going to work. My gym is going to be $19.99. And then my husband's gym is the same amount because it's at the same gym, because we do everything alike because he copies me. And then the next one is gas. Honestly, we were budgeting like, I mean, we have not been spending a lot since we've been carpooling for almost 2 months. But I'm expecting that we will spend about $160 since we will have another car back. And this car is, I mean, it's probably going to take about the same amount of gas my husband's older car used to take. So I'm going to budget $160 for that. Car insurance is a line item, but car insurance is paid every 6 months. So it's due in December. And then life insurance is a thing. And that is $42.19, of course. And then renter insurance is a thing, but that's paid yearly. And I just remembered I'm going to have to contact them at the end of the year for them to refund my money, because I'm going to need that money back because I paid it up for a year, which it was only like $200. But I mean, I'm pretty sure we will be due maybe half the money back because we paid it in May. So the next big item here is going to be food. And for food, I am doing the Jenny Craig situation. And this is going to be a lot of money. Like, you're going to be like, girl, what? But I'm trying to budget for... I'm making this larger in September because of it being our birthday months, is what I'm trying to say. So that's why this is so much. Now, the Jenny Craig stuff is kind of expensive. Not really. We'll have to see how we end up, but just because it's our birthday month, I just want to prepare for it. So the Jenny Craig, honestly, is like every bit of like $200 a month. And I go every Monday, which is another reason why I made this more, because there are 5 Mondays in September. So otherwise, we would probably do, without it being our birthday month and without me having to go 5 times, go and get my menu and then go and get my food 5 times a month, like without all of that, I would probably try to do maybe like $900, which is still expensive, but I mean, it's fine. But yeah, so that's a whole lot of money. We're just gonna leave that there. Moving on to I feel like I've been here for a long time. So we'll do Shay loan, and that's going to be the minimum payment on my student loan, and that's going to be $221.78. And then we'll do M loan, and that's going to be the minimum. Oh shoot, I think I wrote the wrong amount on the other one. It's $73.42. And then we have savings. And this is what we would technically save from my income, because again, what it comes down to is we live off of my income, save all of my husband's income. So from the savings from this, provided we stick to our budget, we are projecting, and that's all you have to have is projections. You're not going to be able to map out exactly how each month is going to go and how much you're exactly going to spend, because when things pop up, things pop up. But we're expecting about $1,540 for me to transfer from savings, and usually that ends up being my full YouTube check. That's pretty much how that works out. So I normally just transfer, not normally, but I did do it this month in August. The other day I transferred my whole YouTube check, which was about $1,500, and so that's kind of what I plan to do moving forward. That's kind of like how it all pans out due to the changes with the budget that I recently made, because after starting Jenny Craig and, you know, the home buying process, I changed up our budget for the rest of the year, because I technically am budgeted out for the rest of the year. So that's kind of like how it pans out for the rest of the year. And then the general savings is technically what I call rollover, and that's just money that I roll over to the next month, and that's to start covering 90841, and that is to start covering October's bills, or the next month's bills. And it changes from month to month. Sometimes we don't get paid until like the 12th of the month, so we have to roll over a lot of money, which actually just really ends up being our last paycheck of the month. We just kind of roll that over to the next month. And then other times we get paid on the 1st of the month or the 2nd, so we don't have to roll over a whole lot because our bills don't start coming due until the 3rd of the month. So this is our budget. This is an every dollar budget. If you add all of this up, add up all of this, you will get $7,200, because we budget for every single line item, every single category. Again, all of my husband's income, although not on here, it is budgeted for, and we just save it all. And that's just something we've been doing for a pretty good amount of time, actually. So anyway, this is our budget for the month of September. That is it for the video. I just wanted to kind of walk you guys through the process like I do every single month. Again, our budget will change at the end of the year, probably more so at the beginning of the year, because we're expected to close on our house at the end of the year. So we really won't like really see a big change, I don't feel like, until our until our first mortgage payment is due. So that'll be a whole thing. So we'll have to see how that goes. I do know budgeting next year is going to be real tricky, as we are like working to furnish the house and so on and so forth. So anyway, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.